Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. How you doing out there? Happy Friday, everybody. We made it to Friday. Welcome to it. Just get through the day and it's the weekend. Maybe you're taking it off today and having a long weekend, whatever. It's great and we couldn't be happier about it. Good morning, Marianne. Happy Friday to you as well. Happy to have you here this morning. So much fun to have on Friday. But we need to talk about a little bit something that happened in Florida just really, really quickly. And I'm just going to touch on it. I don't want to focus on it, but man, another tragic event up in Tallahassee at Florida State University yesterday. Just want to send our thoughts and our prayers with everybody affected by that. Anybody, any of the victims, anybody who knows anybody going to that university. It's happening way too often. We need to do something about it. But again, I don't want to focus on about it, but we're here in Florida. I got to mention it. So again, sending thoughts and prayers to everybody up there. But let's move on. Let's go ahead and get to what's happening on this Friday, because there is a lot of good on this Friday. A lot of great stuff going on this Friday, including, hey, Star Wars Celebration is taking place in Japan. Yeah, a little bit of a time difference, a little bit of difficult to keep up on some of these panels. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you're keeping track of it. If you can't be out there, let's see what's going on, because there's some interesting stuff coming out of Star Wars Celebration. It happens every 2 years. Unfortunately for us, fortunate for everybody who got to go, and fortunate for everybody in Japan. Fortunately for us, it wasn't something we could attend this year because it's happened. We weren't going to take the trip to Japan this year. But very excited for everybody who gets the chance to go out there. And we received a few interesting notes from yesterday's first day of this. It goes out throughout the weekend, including we got a little bit more information about The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is the next Star Wars film that comes out May 22nd of 2026. Apparently they released a little bit of footage. They said they didn't have a trailer ready yet, a formal trailer, but that's coming. But they did release a little footage. We haven't got to see. I think there are a few little leaks you can find out there online, but we didn't receive a lot of information about that, but exciting. But this was kind of been talked about, but hadn't been officially discussed. We did receive news of another new film coming. I believe it's in May 28th of 2027, starring Ryan Gosling and being directed by Sean Levy, who you may know he's done many, many things, including more recently, he did Deadpool and Wolverine. But they're combining for a movie called Star Wars Starfighter that's apparently going to be set about 5 years after the rise of Skywalker. So interesting. Looking forward to hearing more details about that as we get closer. Obviously, still over 2 years out until that film debuts, but fascinating. I'm glad to have some Star Wars films back on the schedule because, I'm a Star Wars fan. You can see it behind me. I got Star Wars right back here. I'm a Star Wars fan, so excited to see what comes of that. Also, we did receive some news that pretty close after Star Wars Celebration wraps up, they're going to be starting shooting the filming of the next of season 2 of the Ahsoka series, the Disney Plus series featuring Ahsoka Tano. Very excited about that. And we may hear a little bit more about that today because there's one of the featured panels today is the Ahsoka panel. So I'm sure we'll get a few more details, not a lot, but maybe a little bit more about that and what's looking back at season 1 and then what's ahead for season 2. And also today, the other big probably featured panel is the Andor panel, which we don't quite have to wait quite as long for as some of these others because Andor is debuting on Disney Plus this coming week. It's on April 22nd. Season 2 of Andor is coming. So very excited about that. And I'm sure there'll be some talking about what's to come for Andor season 2. So really cool. Great things going on out at Star Wars Celebration. Hope to get some more information today and throughout the weekend. And again, excited for everybody who's got a chance to be out there. How fun for you. I still have not made a Star Wars Celebration. We had passes to go to Star Wars Celebration the year we moved out here. But it happened right about as the same time as I needed to get us moved out here. So Michelle was able to attend for a day because she was still in San Diego and she headed up. When it was at Anaheim. She was able to go to experience it for one day. Unfortunately, I missed out. Even though I had passes, I missed out on my opportunity. But hopefully in the near future, I'm sure we'll find out more possibly this weekend as to when Star Wars Celebration, when and where Star Wars Celebration for 2027 will be. Because again, these happen every 2 years. Now I'm hoping, love to see it out here in Orlando. Make it easy on us. But if it's in Anaheim, great. If it's somewhere else in the country, they've had it in Chicago, whatever, we would probably look to attend because we love Star Wars. Again, I mentioned it, and we'd be excited to check that out. So one other piece of news, Disney news, we found out yesterday, which was good for those of you who are planning to go to Disneyland for the 70th anniversary celebration, which we are less than a month away from starting. It starts on May 16th. Well, apparently the Paint the Night Parade, which is one of our favorites, if not our favorite nighttime parade we've ever seen. We received notice yesterday, and these came from Scott Gustin. You can find him all over social media at Scott Gustin. Great follow to if you want to actually get good Disney news, reliable Disney news. He's all over it all the time. Definitely follow him. Anyway, he posted this because he looked this up and saw that there's going to be two possibilities, at least for the opening night. I assume that may continue on in the future. But there will be two occurrences where you'll have the chance to see the Paint the Night Parade, which I will tell you, always recommend especially when it's a night parade, if you're going to go to one, go to the second one. If you can do it, if you can get the little ones to stay up for long enough, if you can stay up long enough, go to the second one, because after the first one, and then, Wondrous Journeys, the fireworks show, the nighttime spectacular goes, people are going to start exiting the park. And you're going to be able to find a much better spot to see this parade if you can hang out for the 10:45 one, for sure. So, that was good news for sure. I'm excited about that. Now, when we get to the West Coast, we're planning, if they're still doing the two parades a night thing, might be a little difficult for us to 10:45 because we may still be adjusted to East Coast time. So that would put us at about 1:45 in the morning, our body clock time. That might be a little difficult, but I'm sure we will do our best to do that. Or we'll do one of the dining packages, which is something we also like to do for sure. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, it is Good Friday. For those of you who celebrate, it is Good Friday, of course, the day that Christ was crucified, leads into Easter, of course, when Christ was reborn. So happy Good Friday to all of those of you who celebrate on this day. Maybe some hot cross buns today. It's kind of a big celebratory item to eat on this kind of day, going to church. However you celebrate, happy Good Friday to you. Also, today happens to be something, again, close to our hearts, Adult Autism Awareness Day, which, despite what some people want to say, adults with autism can do a lot of things, and they're very capable and have done a lot of things and will continue to do a lot of things. So no matter what some people want to tell you, mad respect, complete support for all our friends, all the people we know, everybody who is an adult with autism, and it's a day to be awareness. Yes, it is a beautiful spectrum. It's all over. Yes, there are some people that, may never hold a job, but that's a very small percentage. A lot of people can do fantastic, wonderful things with autism, and let's all remember that. Thank you, Chris Mazza, the Mazza's Music Podcast. Yes, we see them all, respect them all, support them all. And today's the day. It's a day for every day to support them, but especially today because it is Adult Autism Awareness Day. What else are we talking about today? Well, it is maybe you get out and go for a walk or do a little jog or whatever it might be. It is National Exercise Day. So get out and do some exercise. We could all use a little more exercise. I got to be in the office today. Won't have a great chance to exercise, but one thing I have been trying to do a lot more in the office is getting up and standing up at portions throughout the day. It's easier at home because I have a stand-up desk at home. But when I'm in the office, a little tougher, it's a little lower. But I try and get up and actually move while I'm doing my work to try and get a little bit more exercise, a little bit more blood flowing. While I wouldn't consider that complete exercise, it's just something I can do. Anything you can do, walk, whatever. If you can jog, if you get on a treadmill, if you can, whatever is good for you as exercise, yoga, anything, fantastic. It's good another thing that's good every day, but today is a day to celebrate exercise for sure. Also, maybe after you've had exercise, how about a little snack? This is a very little snack, but it's something that I loved growing up. Nothing super special, but it is National Animal Crackers Day, and animal crackers are just fun. They are just fun because you pick them out and you see, oh, look what a little animal I got. Sometimes it's trying to figure out what animal is this. I mean, the elephant here is pretty obvious, but some are like, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is, but yeah, good. Anyway, animal crackers are totally fun. It seemed like more of a kid snack, but still enjoyable. Hey, if someone's got some animal crackers out, I'm probably grabbing a few. I am probably grabbing a few because they are fun and delicious and not like, fancy or special or anything, but they're just kind of nostalgic and cool. So yeah, celebrate with a few animal crackers today. Hey, if it's your birthday today, a very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with. I'm going to tell you this. You know how I was late today, and I'm late often? Usually I'm ahead of time until I get to the birthdays. And that's where I start running into problems because I either have too many birthdays and I'm trying to figure out who we're going to celebrate on that day and also find out facts about them, trying to dig up as many facts as I can about them. Or it's where I don't have a ton of birthdays and I'm trying to find as many as I can that I feel like you'll enjoy and, would be interested in. So sometimes when I'm running late, I'm telling you it's because of the birthdays, but that's okay because we're going to celebrate you on your birthday on April 18th. And we're going to celebrate these people's birthday on April 18th. How about a Disney legend to start off with? Top center there. That is Haley Mills. She turned 79 today, born on this day in 1946. So many great things, especially in the kind of the early days of Disney live action films. Pollyanna, Parent Trap, Summer Magic. Again, she's a Disney legend and just a fantastic, fantastic human being. Happy birthday to Haley Mills. How about, hey, you just hosted the Oscars and did a pretty good job at it. As a matter of fact, good enough job that they invited him back. He'll be hosting the Oscars again next year. Conan O'Brien turned 62 today, born on this day in 1963. Of course, you know him from Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Did a really short stint on The Tonight Show. I don't know if he was given a good crack, a good chance, really, to kind of settle in and do The Tonight Show, but whatever. He's still great. He's still very, very funny. Amazing writer for Saturday Night Live and for The Simpsons as well in his early career. Just a funny, funny guy. Happy birthday to him. I don't know if you know who the guy is on the top left, but that's David Tennant. Now, he turns 54 today, born this day in 1971. He is probably best known as the Doctor, one of the Doctors from Doctor Who. He was the 10th and the 14th Doctor for Doctor Who. So if you know that franchise, you probably know him pretty well. But also he has been in Harry Potter, had a role in The Goblet of Fire. And you may not know this, but he was also the voice of Scrooge McDuck in the reboot, ended a few years ago, the reboot of DuckTales. He was Scrooge McDuck. So, Marianne, he's your favorite Doctor. Cool. Yeah, great Doctor. Really great. Reason why he came back and did it twice, right? That's how good he was, for sure. Anyway, happy birthday to him. How about this one? This one might, again, some of these sting a little bit. How about Clarissa from Clarissa Explains It All, or Sabrina, the Teenage Witch? Melissa Joan Hart, she turns 49 today. Not a teenager anymore. She turns 49 today, born in this May in 1976, still doing great. Just his, I mean, how many people grew up watching those shows and enjoying her? Fantastic actress, and has done so many great things. Very happy birthday to her. How about America Ferrera? She turns 41 today, born on this day in 1984. Made her, big splash in Ugly Betty, where she's won an Emmy and a Golden Globe for that. She was Academy Award nominated for Barbie, where she had just an amazing role, an amazing speech in Barbie. fantastic. She's also the voice of Astrid in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. And she was also in a show that Michelle and I just picked up just recently. We binged it not that long ago, but we really, really enjoyed it. Superstore is kind of a fun, interesting show. And especially as you start getting in towards the pandemic and how it's one of the few shows we've seen really kind of take on and react, and some of the craziness, insanity that happened around the pandemic. Kind of that. But anyway, she was great in that as well. So yeah, happy birthday to her. And finally, Vanessa Kirby, who I told you just, when was it, yesterday or the day before, that one of our favorite shows was The Crown. She played Princess Margaret in the first couple seasons of The Crown, and she was fantastic in that. She's also going to be soon here, Sue Storm in Fantastic Four First Steps, which we got a new trailer for yesterday. I still haven't seen it. I've been waiting to go check it out with Michelle, and we didn't watch it last night. So looking forward to seeing the new trailer, but very, very excited for that film. Anyway, Vanessa Kirby, she turns 36 today, born on this day in 1987. So again, a very happy birthday to them. And if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. It's Friday. Celebrate all weekend long, right into Easter. It can be in the celebration of you as well, right into Easter. Shameless self-promotion time. Yes, I mentioned it yesterday. Going to mention it again today. We do have a new episode with somebody we're really, really excited to share with you. We had an amazing discussion with him on Wednesday. He is the person who adapted the screenplay for the novelization of Mufasa the Lion King. His name is Charles Orgbon III. Get that right today because I tripped over my tongue and screwed it up yesterday. Charles Orgbon III, but he's spectacular. His resume is insane. He's from the age of 12. He's been doing things for sustainability, as a leader, social justice, helping corporations do more with sustainability. He's also a writer. He's a musician. And then, like I said, he adapted the screenplay for this book. We talked to him a lot about all those things, but mostly about this book and some of the symbolism and the metaphors that are involved with it, and some of these great characters, and what it was like, getting tabbed to do this, and how interesting it was to go through the process of creating this book. So hopefully you'll check that out. Again, this episode is dropping on Sunday. We recorded it. It's already in the can. We've already recorded it. It's dropping on Sunday. Hope you enjoy it. And again, one more thing before we get out of here, I'm going to be mentioning this. I apologize, but I'm going to be mentioning this every single day because we're very nervous about it. Our first ever live show is coming up on Wednesday, April 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and every time period in between there, the Central, the Mountain Times. We want you to be part of it. It's our Ask Us Anything show. We want you asking questions. We want you following up on questions, commenting, whatever it might be. We want you to be a part of it because we think it's going to be a fun episode. And Michelle has even hinted there may be some prizes for questions. So yeah, bribery. We're not afraid to use bribery to bring people along with us. And of course, if you just want to observe from far away and don't really want to take part in it officially within the chat, that's okay too. You can send us your questions. You can send us through our social media accounts. You can also send it to our Gmail account, HyperionAdventuresPodcast@gmail.com. Send us those questions. We'll answer them on the show. Again, Ask Us Anything. Could be about Disney. It could be personal. It could be about the show. You come up with whatever. We've done this. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 years now that we've been doing this. Maybe even be 6. I'm not sure. But we've been doing this for a long time. We've answered a lot of questions, and we're not, we get new listeners all the time, so we're not afraid to go over some of these questions again. And we're also happy to answer some questions that we have answered in the past because maybe haven't. And of course, people come up with new fantastic questions all the time. And so very excited about that. And we hope you'll join us for it. All right. Getting out of here. Everybody have a fantastic Friday, amazing Friday. You've got this. It's going to be a great day, and we're on to the weekend. You're almost there. You're almost there. As I always like to remind you, please, 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 every single day, keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles, and of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.-ish, to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See you tomorrow. Bye.